Hey everybody, welcome back behind the bar with me this evening. Tonight we're checking out a beer from a brewery that I believe I've done one other review of on this channel, and I say that and now I can't remember what the hell it was called. It's from Omnipollo. I remember we did the stout with the eyeball on it, and I remember it being crazy. I don't remember what it's called though. But tonight we are doing the Noa Pecan Mud Cake Imperial Stout. From Omnipollo. I like their bottles. It's kind of cool, just a smiley face. They do a barrel-aged version of this beer as well that has a purple smiley or face on it below as well. That's how you can tell the difference, and I'm sure it says on it. But that's what we're doing tonight. Picked this one up a little while ago, and I've been wanting to do a review of it, and just been wanting to drink it. And I've heard really good things about it, but we'll see what we think. So, this one's clocking an imperial stout with artificial flavors and caramel color, so it makes me think that maybe a lot of this wasn't done with natural adjuncts, so maybe they used some just off, like, syrups and flavorings and stuff like that. But we'll see what it's like. Let's get it out into a glass, see what we think. And once again, I say this every time, one of my favorite glasses that I have, my Avery chalice. There we go. Pours out just beautiful, pretty much pitch black, a little bit of light coming in, kind of ruby, kind of burgundy on the edges, but for the most part just coming in just a really dark jet black almost. Huge like cinnamon mocha head, came out about a 3/4 of a finger there, just big soapy bubbles. I'm already getting some lacing on the glass. Good alcohol legs. Actually looks really good in the glass. Getting some sediment on the side. I love when stouts do that, thicker stouts. I mean, it definitely looks thicker in the glass, but just looks beautiful. I mean, just a killer stout. Really good carbonation, which is nice. A lot of the bigger stouts I've had recently have had like really low carbonation. It's nice to see one that's got good carb that's sticking around for a little bit, even at 11%. So let's dive into the nose, see what it smells like. Oh, wow. So the name on this beer, Pecan Mud Cake. It actually doesn't say cake on the bottle, but I looked up to see if I could find the ABV before I found it on the bottle, and it was called Pecan Mud Cake. This smells like chocolate cake. Huge, like chocolate cake, chocolate liqueur. One of the most chocolate forward beers I've ever smelled. It seriously smells like somebody took like some chocolate liqueur and just dumped it in here, which may be what they did. I'm definitely getting some pecans in there as well. Definitely a nutty element to this. Definitely some dark fruits, like dark tart cherries, like chocolate covered cherries. Raisins. Some figginess, but definitely those dark fruits. This has a huge nose on it. I can smell a little bit of sweetness on this. But this is big. This smells, I mean, the aroma on this is just very in your face, I guess is a better way to put it. Definitely a big, like I said, a big aroma of pecan, a big cake. I mean, it smells like fudgy cake drizzled with chocolate liqueur, like amazingness. Like something you'd almost get like in a skillet, like a dessert skillet with just like a piece of molten chocolate cake with just like a liqueur drizzled on top with like pecans. That's what it smells like. Huge. Wow, this is crazy. This is a crazy smelling stout. I'm really impressed by this. It's just so different. I've had, what did we have recently? Oh, Joe and I were talking about this because he got a bottle of this as well from Giles Arcade. He got a bottle and we were talking about something we'd had recently with pecans, and that was Prop 15, which was had a lot of pecans. The aromas on this are kind of similar to me when it comes to the nuttiness of this beer. But this just like is so chocolatey, it's quite a bit different, but I'm seeing the similarities. Wow, I can't wait to see what this tastes like. This is crazy. I have had this sitting out about 30 minutes, 30, 45. So it's warmed up a bit. Close to cellar temperature, which is where I like to drink stouts. Maybe a couple degrees below that currently, but we'll get close by the end of the review. So let's dive in, guys. Cheers. Wow. That is crazy. it's like I'm drinking. Wow, there is craziness going on around me. Dogs barking, cats and dogs living together. No cats here though. I hate cats. Sorry. This tastes. I'm trying not to overstate this, but this tastes like I just ate a spoonful of like dark chocolate, like molten lava cake, like batter. There's some pecan to, I mean, definitely pecan. There's a sweetness on it that's almost like vanilla or maple syrup on the finish. And that tastes really good, but it's definitely a sweetness. This is a sweet stout. If you like your stouts like sweet, chocolatey, just like it's fudgy. Like this is like gooey, fudgy lava cake. With pecans, it's very forward though. It's not like subdued or anything. I mean, this is like the best. This is like one of the best like dessert stouts I've ever had. Like if there was a definition for like pairings and desserts and you were having chocolate, I would say this freaking beer every damn time. This is really good. If it says anything on the bottle here. Hops, yeast, malts, water, aromas of pecan. No description about the beer. This is kind of weird. This is kind of a new experience. It's very rarely that you get. Usually when you have stouts, right, like big imperial stouts, even adjunct stouts, you'll get a lot of, the roast units of the malt, and there's maybe a smidge of that in here, or you'll get notes of the barrel and vanilla and all these things, but it's melded. This is just, it takes an aroma profile and kind of punches you in the face with it. It's very forward. Not quite as forward as the aroma, but it's definitely right, just a smidge below that. One other thing about this, mouthfeel is definitely medium plus. Still a great carbonation. You see that head's still sticking around. So it's got great carbonation. So it's just kind of velvety across your tongue. I really don't know what else to say. This is like, it's so sweet. It's like so chocolate forward and sweet. And like that chocolate liqueur that I've said numerous times. The pecans are really nice in this. Like the pecan mud cake is like the perfect description for this beer. My review's pointless, ladies and gentlemen, because it tells you exactly what it is in the name. With like a maple vanilla like finish, or even like like maple vanilla kind of thing. This is really, really good. I'm digging this, guys. Grade wise, it's gonna be hard because, like, this is a beer like, they're like my world class top tier stouts that I talk about. Ones that I've done recently in Ground State and some of the Toppling Goliath stouts that Joe and I reviewed. The derivations. I just had Derivation 5 like a week ago or a week and a half ago. Those are like really, like full of flavor, full of aroma. It's not something I could drink more than a glass or two of, but it's because they're so bold. Whereas this is just in your face, like dessert. Like it's like a decadent dessert that you couldn't sit and eat a ton of. Like it's one you would split because it's so rich, it's so everything. As opposed to something that's more just like bold with its flavors and sweet that way. From like the barrel and stuff. It's definitely, we're talking about two different classes. I'm not saying that I'm rating this as high as I would rate like Derivation 5 was 100, Derivation 4 was 100, all the top. I'm not talking about like even Ground State that I gave a 99. I don't think we're right on that level, but it's an A beer. I mean, it's like a 96, 97, probably 96, because I don't think I want to go A plus with it. But I think it's definitely right there close, though, at least for me. But I like a sweeter stout. If you don't like your stouts real sweet and you like them like Guinness, like malty, that kind of stout, or even like a Founder's Breakfast Stout or Imperial Stout, stuff that's a little bit more on the roasty side. If those are your jams, this isn't going to be as good for you. But this is, if you like your sweeter, like if you like chocolate, you will friggin' love this beer. This is ridiculous. I think a barrel-aged version of this would be insanity. If anybody has any extras of that, comment below or send me a message. Let's work something out. The downside of this beer that I feel like I do need to mention, it is not cheap. Granted, it's brewed, the Omnipollo is from Sweden. I think this is actually contracted to a brewery in the States that brews it for him here. Let's see if it says actually. Imported by 12%, Brooklyn, New York, brewed by... no, so it's brewed. It's brewed... I think they're in Stockholm. It doesn't actually say on here. Anyways. But it's pricey. I think I paid like $12, $13 for an 11.2%. That's pretty steep. That's like Uncle Jacob's stout price without the ABV to justify the per ounce. But this is still really good. I would still pick up one bottle of this. I bought two. I've got one left. I'd be curious to see how this ages if the chocolate dies down a little bit after a while. But regardless, 96 out of 100 is where I'm going to go with this, guys. If you like stouts, check it out. If you want something that you want to drink dessert with or have dessert with, not drink dessert. Although I'm basically drinking dessert, I'm assuming this is like 700 calories. But yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, we'll leave it there, guys. 96 out of 100 behind the bar. That's where we're going on that one. Yeah, as always, thank you for the likes, subscribes, and comments. And until next time, cheers.